Hi everybody, I'm Lauren Decker, Youth Librarian for the Kershaw County Library, and I'd like to welcome you to our weaving program today. Imagine your story. Can you see yourself weaving something special as a gift, maybe to explain that to say, I can do this? Well, what we're going to do is weave a basket from a simple brown paper bag. You could either pick it up at the grocery store, a brown paper bag, or we have some at the library you can pick up. But the whole thing came out of a book called The Weaving Explorer: Ingenious Techniques, Accessible Tools, and Creative Projects with Yarn, Paper, Wire, and More. And I'm here to tell you that the directions worked. I've never made one before, and yet I'll show you how to do it, and I'll show you what I was able to do. So stick with me, let's see what we can do here, and I hope you have fun with this. Thanks for joining us. So this is what we get from one brown grocery bag. 16 strips that were cut 14 inches long and 5 strips that were cut 21 inches long. All of them are 1 inch wide across. The next step is to fold each strip in half, crease it well, and take that ruler, or if you have a bone folder, and press down extra hard on it so that you can crease it well. Step 4. Take your 14-inch strips, 8 of them, and lay them next to each other with the edges, bottom ends even. I laid them out so that the fold is on the left-hand side and they all kind of point to the right. Step 5, you're supposed to take a 14-inch strip and push it through horizontally, over, under, all the way across. Keep it in the middle because you're going to do this now for all of for the rest of the 14-inch strips, but do one below your center line and do one above your center line, because this little section right here becomes the bottom of your basket. And as you work, we're going to straighten and push together and tighten it up. We'll see. Of course, we're weaving now, so the second row will go opposite of your first row. This row, the vertical row, and you have your horizontal piece. The horizontal is now going to start under, go over, go under, and over, and under, over. And don't worry about how the strips move, because the more that you do, the more it'll tighten up, and you can work on perfecting it all later. So my next row, again, because I'm going to go on top of the center line, is also going to start under. And I'm going all the way through. Okay, so now I've got 3 rows, and it's a pretty good time, did I do that right? Yeah, to start tightening up and pushing in tighter and closer. And now I am going to finish the rest of the 14-inch strips. So I did something wrong here. Did I do that right? Nope, see, I messed up right here. Which just means, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to take it out and redo it. So look at your work carefully. So I'm pretty happy with this grid now. See? It's square. It's going to become the bottom of the basket. And I messed with it. I tightened it up. I pushed the strips together, close together. The only thing I was kind of careful about was that I would like these sections to be even. And that's because these are going to become the sides of the basket. So you really want them to be about the same length. And again, the bottom of your basket has to be in the middle of the sides. So now it's time to fold up the sides. And that's going to go just folding across the middle grid, pinching, creasing, like that. Step number 9. If you can weave on the bottom like that to create the bottom of the basket, you can do the sides just as easily. Might take a little bit more dexterity because you're going to be working up in the air. But you're going to take the 21-inch length strip, the last 5, and do the same kind of weaving. I'm going to put my fold facing up towards me, and I'm also going to start my weave in the middle of the side rather than on an edge because I don't know, I'm just going to see how that works. So start anywhere you like, and I've gone up, over, and under, and over, and under, and over, and under, and now I got to turn the corner. So let's see how this works. So we've gone under, which means the corner has to be over, so it goes this way. And under the next one, and over, and under, and over, maybe, and then, okay, wait a second. I need to go get some paper clips. Over, and under, and over. And like I said, see, my first row fell out, so I'm going to go get some paper clips. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm about halfway around on my first side row, and it doesn't look like it's coming, but it really is. It's not so bad. My last went under, so I got to make sure this one goes over, and this goes under. No, that's wrong. So we're over. Let's try that one again. This goes under. This one goes over. You see how I'm doing some of this? The thing about this is that you can attach as many paper clips as you want. I ended up putting paper clips across the top so that they would all stand up. And as we put the 21-inch strips through the sides, it will tighten up again. So again, don't worry about making it perfect yet. Just work on the over-under kind of thing. And if you have to, just put in tons of paper clips, like I'm going to do right here. And I'm finding that they work better across the top. So that went under, this one has to go over. Now it's going to go this way. And let's see if I have enough of this. I will. I'm just going to have to pull it if I don't have enough to make it to the middle. I think I can do that. That one went over. And this is going to be under. Oh, look! Here's where I started. And so I am going to go over and see if I can intertwine this right there. I'm going to take my, all right, that is one row, and it doesn't have to be perfect yet, but as you continue to weave, it will get tighter. So I'm going to work on the second row. Okay, 2 rows done. Not that tight yet. That's okay, it'll get there. Don't forget to remove the paper clips in the lower row because you don't want those paper clips to get stuck there. So let me make sure I can take this one off. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that a little bit. There we go. All right. We'll continue to push down with each additional row. Okay, I'm about to start row 4. I'm going to just start in the middle of a row of a side. So I want to start here, I think behind. Okay, we're getting there now. It's beginning to look like a basket. So the last step says, step number 12 says, trim both ends of the 16-inch strips, fold them over, and tuck them into the previous row. Well, I had a hard time understanding that. So what happens when you start to really work it and try to figure it out is that what you're going to do is take the 16-inch strip and tuck it into, let me do this one. You're going to tuck it into the open space on this side, but when it says trim, it means the 16-inch strip is a little bit long, so you might need to cut off about 1/4 inch or so, like that, and then this has to be tucked into or underneath here. So to do that, what I've been doing is creasing my end like so, and sometimes a double crease. Well, actually turn it the other way, because now you're going to take that little flap and insert it into that open space, and this is what you're getting. Now this side, this one is going to go into the open space on the inside of the basket, and again I have to cut a little bit off. I'm cutting off individually rather than like that, because I want to be sure that I have enough flap to be able to insert. I want to see how much I need before I actually cut. And that's that. So here's the inside of your basket. Here's the outside. And it's, whoops, this one came out. It's looking pretty good. And surprisingly, these pieces that I am inserting are working. It's framing and finishing the basket. So that's where I'm going to leave it right now, and I'll let you know what it looks like when it's finished. There it is, all done. I'm pleased. This was the first time I've ever made one of these two, and I'm pleased. It's fun. It's nice to see something that you can do with your own hands. Look how much it holds. 5 apples are in there. Think what a pretty gift that would make for somebody. So that's it. We're done. And I think it took about 3 hours, give or take. But the thing about this is that you don't have to do it at one time, all at one time. You can do a little bit and then you start getting a little frustrated, so just stop, come back to it later when you're ready. So what's my takeaway on all of this? Take some patience, okay? It takes a little bit of finger dexterity, but the more you do something like this, the better you get at doing stuff like this. If you can follow directions, you can make anything you want to make. And isn't it pretty cool, some of the ideas that you can get from a book? This is a brand new book in our collection, and I saw it and I kind of liked the idea of trying some stuff out of it, and I was just able to show you how to do it too. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope come to the library, come and check out some of the other do-it-yourself books that we have here, and imagine your story.